If you've been putting off learning Flash because it's too difficult or for some other reason, I'm going to change your mind. This video is going to show you the benefits of using Flash, and hopefully it will encourage you to do so. Natural light photography can be great if you understand how to use natural light properly. Flash photography can be great if you understand how to use Flash. The difference is that Flash opens up so many more possibilities to us as photographers. There are so many possibilities that Flash offers up to us that natural light just can't do. If you only shoot natural light, you're severely restricting your creative possibilities. Flash is not particularly useful to landscape photographers, but if your subject is within 50 meters of your camera, it can be a game changer. For portrait photography, still life, sport, night photography, events, weddings, modeling, art photography, nature, real estate, street photography, all of these genres are suitable, ideal for Flash. Look at these images. These just can't be achieved using natural light. Whether you shoot indoors or outdoors, you'll be amazed at the results you can get with Flash. There are three huge advantages with using Flash in your photography. The first one is that you can independently change the exposure on the background and the exposure on your subject. You can make your background darker or lighter in regards to your subject. You can make your foreground darker or lighter. So that's a huge advantage. The second advantage is that you can separate your subject from that background quite easily using light. Have a look at these images. I don't have to shoot these images at f1.8 or 1.4 because I can separate my subject and make it stand out with the light that I'm using. The third advantage is that you can shoot indoors at any time of day, using your Flash, controlling your Flash to give you the lighting that you want. It takes a bit of learning and it takes some practice, but I guarantee you'll be glad that you put the effort in. When you have a Flash in your camera bag, you always have a controllable light source there to use in any situation. With a Flash, you can control all of the characteristics of light that we need to as photographers. You can control the quality of the light, the direction, the intensity, and the color of the light. LED or constant light can go some way to doing these same sort of things, but the problem with LED lights is they're not very bright. They cost a bomb if you want to get bright lights, and they're much more cumbersome to carry around and to transport. So a little speedlight Flash can do amazing things. Why hump around a huge LED light to achieve the same results? A $100 speedlight, just like this, can create beautiful light anytime, anywhere. When you pair it with a radio trigger, $30, you can move your Flash away from your camera, so it gives you more options still. When you also get yourself a $20 shoot-through umbrella or reflective umbrella, that gives you control over the quality of the light. You can soften it down so much more. So with these three things, you're looking at about $150, $160. You've got an amazing lighting kit in your camera bag. I believe that a good photographer should be able to use any source of light at his disposal. Whether it's natural light, Flash, or constant light, you should be able to control that lighting to suit the purposes of your image. Now, often we use them in conjunction with each other. We might use Flash with natural light. We often do. We might use Flash with constant light or LEDs, like this. We might use natural light with constant light. There's a range of different options for us. But ultimately, it gives us way more possibilities if we understand how to use all of these three light sources. Obviously, you don't always need to use your Flash, but it's there if you need it, and I choose to use it probably 95% of the time. There are a few downsides to using Flash. The first one is that it takes time to learn. You need to take the time to learn and put in the practice. The second one is that you need to understand how to shoot on manual settings because your shutter speed is important when we're using Flash. And the third one is that it's a little bit of extra gear to carry around. It doesn't take much to carry a speedlight in your camera bag, but it's just something extra that you have to have with you. Now, I often take a large softbox when I'm using Flash. I'll often shoot with a strobe as well as my speedlight, and that strobe has a large softbox on it, just to soften that light down as much as I can to give my images a more unique look. And generally, because of that, I take an assistant with me to help me, to carry that stuff and to hold it for me, rather than rely on a light stand that may blow over in the wind. But all of those cons pale into insignificance when you realise the huge advantages there are from using flash. These images were taken with the pop-up flash on my camera. These images were taken with my speedlight on top of my camera, on camera flash. These images were taken with my speedlight away from the camera as off-camera flash. These images were taken with a soft modifier, either an umbrella or a softbox. Whether you use a cheap speedlight or whether you use a battery-powered strobe, all of these images are achievable. This video has not been a how-to-use tutorial on flash, but there are many of those coming up on this channel, so stay tuned. This video has been more about encouraging you to learn flash because there are so many photographers out there who don't, and I think it's a huge mistake. And I guarantee if you don't learn how to use flash, you'll regret it in the long run.